Hi, my dear students. I am once again welcoming you to the IFRS classes. In this session, we're discussing about the property, plant, and equipment problems. In this session, we are discussing about the property, plant, and equipment problems. See the problem 6. See the problem 6. In this problem 6, they are given the information regarding the manufacturing limited, Ganesh manufacturers. Who is the manufacturers here? Ganesh manufacturers on 1st July 2016 spent rupees 80,000 to replace their equipment. This is the cost of replacement. What is the cost of replacement here? 80,000 is the cost of replacement. The equipment had been acquired 5 years back. So this equipment had been acquired there 5 years back and had a carrying value at July 2014 amounting to rupees 1,92,500. Of this amount, here carrying amount is 1,92,500. Of this amount, rupees 17,500 is related to original equipment. It is not related to this equipment. It is related to the original equipment. So here what we are going to calculate the carrying cost of the equipment. Carrying calculate the carrying cost of the equipment. So what we are going to calculate here? Carrying cost of the equipment we are going to calculate here. There is no cost of the asset we are going to calculate. So we are ready to calculate only the carrying cost of the equipment. What is the asset here? Equipment is the asset here. In this problem, you should remember the notes. It is very essential. First of all, you should remember this important notes here. So the first note, the carrying amount of the original equipment should be de-recognized. The carrying amount of the original equipment should be de-recognized. So original equipment, here there is no information about the original equipment. Only they tells us the amount of rupees 17,500 related to original equipment. It is not an asset. We recognize it is a old asset. So therefore, here in this problem, it is de-recognized means we are not recognizing. So in the problem, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು, ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದಲ್ಲ. Therefore ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡಿ-ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. This is the first note. After the second note, the cost of replacement of equipment should be recognized as an asset. So this is most important. So here the cost of replacement of equipment. So cost ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಕರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ನೋಟ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿ ಥರ್ಡ್ ನೋಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್, the gain or loss on the disposal of old equipment is included in the calculation of the company statement of comprehensive income for the accounting period in which de-recognition occurs. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು ಲಾಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು IFRS ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, 3 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. Ganesh manufacturers spent 80,000 to replace their equipment. It is the cost associated to the asset, and the equipment had been acquired 5 years back. The carrying value. So here, what is the carrying value? The carrying value is the 1,92,500. 1,92,500 is the carrying amount. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಬಂದಾಗ, ಸೊ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಮೌಂಟೆಡ್ ರುಪೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪೋಸಲ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯಿಂಗ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಈಸ್ 17,500. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ 17,500 ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿ, ನೋಟಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಇದು, ನೋಟಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳುವಂತ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು 17,500 ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯಿಂಗ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ you should write down the heading calculation of carrying amount of the equipment. Calculation of carrying amount of the equipment. Write down the heading. After this, you should open the statement particulars amount. So in this particulars amount, first you should take the value of carrying amount. Carrying amount. See in the problem, what is the carrying amount they given in the problem? 1,92,500. 1,92,500 is the carrying amount. 1,92,500 is the carrying amount. So another information, ಬೇರೆ information ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. You should see in the problem 80,000 on 1st July 2016 spent 80,000 to replace their equipment. ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್, ಆ ಒಂದು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೆಂಟ್ ಟು ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ 80,000. you should add this you should add this. How much we get? 1,92,500 plus 80,000, we get 2,72,500. 2,72,500. After this, the 17,500, it is not a carrying value calculations amount. It is considered in the comprehensive income statement. So therefore, you should less this amount related to the original equipment. So what is the amount related to original equipment? 17,500. You should less it. It is not related to the present equipment. It is related to the original or first equipment. So when we are lessing the 17,500, we get the 2,55,000. We get the 2,55,000. The carrying amount of the equipment is 2,55,000. This is the special or different or indirect problem they given in this session. After this, the next problem is problem number 7. The next problem is problem number 7. Here in this problem number 7, see in this problem number 7. So what information they are given? Ganesh Limited ordered a laptop. Ganesh Limited ordered a laptop. What is the asset here? Laptop. Laptop is the asset in Flipkart. The price of laptop is rupees 40,000. So the price is nothing but the cost of the asset, 40,000. Cost of the asset is 40,000 and allowed 10% discount. And allowed 10% discount at the time of purchase and charged 18% GST, which is not refundable. So which is not refundable. Shipping charges rupees 500, software installation charges rupees 3,000 and annual service charges rupees 3,000. So calculate the initial cost of laptop and give reasons as per the Indian accounting standard 16. See in this problem, what they are telling us, Ganesh Limited. See, the Ganesh Limited ordered a laptop. So asset here laptop. So the base price or the purchase price or the quoted price of the asset is 40,000. You should start the heading calculation of, you should put the heading calculation of initial cost of the laptop. Calculation of initial cost of the laptop. Open the statement. Two columns. Particulars. Amount rupees. Particulars. Amount rupees. So after this, the price of the asset. Asset here, laptop. Laptop is the asset. What is the price of the asset here? The price of the asset is 40,000. The price of the asset is 40,000. So you should write down the 40,000. After this, less discount. So how much the discount is? 10%. So 40,000 into 10 divided by 100. How much we get? 4,000. 4,000 is the trade discount we getting, and deduct this 40,000 from the 4,000. So how much we get? 36,000. After this, you should add the shipping charges. You should add the shipping charges. How much the shipping charges in the problem? So the shipping charges is 500. Shipping charges is 500. You should take down the 500, and when we are adding the shipping charges, we getting the 36,500. 36,500. After this, the next point is software installation charges. Software installation charges is 3,000. Software installation charges is 3,000. You should add this software installation charges also. When we are adding the 3,000, how much we get? 39,500. We are getting 39,500. After this, the next one is annual service charges. Annual service charges. How much the annual service charges? 3,000 annual service charges. But the annual service charges, this is the most important point here. We are not taken the annual service charges. Why? Because the annual service charges is not a cost of the laptop. It is not a cost of the laptop. It is a annual service cost associated to the different assets, but it is not purely related to the laptop. So therefore we are not consider it. It is going to the profit and loss account. We are not taken here. After this, the 18% GST. This is most important point. 18% GST. So they tells us, see in the problem, what is the GST information they given. So here, charged 18%. They tells us charged 18% GST, which is not refundable. When they are not refunding this, it is also the cost of the asset. When they are not refunding the GST, it is also the cost of the laptop. So how much it is? 18%. 18% GST they given. So amount based on the amount, when we are adding 39,500, depending upon that 39,500 into 18%, how much we getting? 7,110. We getting the 7,110. So when we are adding the GST to the total value, 39,500 plus 7,110, we get the 46,610. So this is about the total cost of the laptop as per Indian Accounting Standard 16, property, plant and equipment. So this is about the Ganesh Limited laptop problem. This is the question paper problem. After this, the next we are moving to the problem number 8. Next we are moving to the problem number 8. So here, Kanchana Traders. Problem number 8. Kanchana Traders purchased a plant from Ganga Limited 39 2019 with a base price of rupees 400 lakhs. Here the purchase price is 400 lakhs, And the Ganga Limited offers 3 months credit with a condition that discount is 1.5%. This is based on base price or the quoted price. That is 14% on base price, and the company incurred 3% on transportation cost and 2% on erection cost on the base price. Pre-operative cost is 4 lakhs. Estimated life of the plant is 8 years, and the residual value of the plant is 40 lakhs. And what we are needed to calculate here, the original cost of the plant and the carrying amount of the plant. These two is essential, we have to be calculate here. So this is as the fifth problem in the property, plant and equipment. You should do this and send me the answer. This is the same as fifth problem. It is a homework problem for you. After this, the problem number 9. This is the most important problem. It is a previous year problem also. Here, T limited. Here, T limited. So T limited has purchased an equipment for its manufacturing unit. The purchase price, the price paid for the equipment is 2,20,000. What is the value here? 2,20,000 inclusive of GST. So inclusive of GST means it is included in the GST. 39,600 inclusive of GST is 39,600. The company gets a credit of GST while calculating the tax payable on finished goods sold. So company getting the GST benefit or GST credit. When the company is getting the GST credit, we should deduct it. Why? Because when it getting the GST credit, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ GST credit ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅವಾಗ ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಆಗ ನಾವು ಈ 39,600 ಅನ್ನ ಮೈನಸ್ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. After this, the next information here in the problem, the additional cost incurred. The additional cost incurred is the freight. You should add this freight 4,500 related to the cost of the asset, custom duty related to the cost of the asset, installation expenses related to the cost of the asset, and the next one here, estimated cost of dismantling and removing the item. This is the 1,500, also you should add it. And after the equipment was put into the use, 11,000 is the cleaning the spare parts. This is the finance cost, not we are taken here. It is totally going to the profit and loss account. We are not consider it cleaning the spare parts. So calculate the cost of property, plant and equipment as per the Indian accounting standard 16. This is the information they given in the problem T limited. See in the solution. So in the solution, you should write down the heading calculation of cost of property, plant and equipment. Open the columns particulars, amount rupees. After this, what is the purchase price of the equipment? What is the purchase price of the equipment here? The purchase price of the equipment here, 2,20,000. 2,20,000 is the purchase price of the equipment. You should write down there 2,20,000. 2,20,000. After this, less GST credit. Why? Because it is an income. When it is an income, you should deduct it. GST credit. What is the GST credit? 39,600. So we getting the 1,80,400. After this, you should add the freight. So how much the freight amount? 4,500. And you should add the custom duty. You should add the custom duty. How much the custom duty here? 4,000. Custom duty here 4,000. And the installation charges, you should add it. It is also add item 3000. After this, dismantling charges, we should add this dismantling charges 1500. So when we are adding the total, we get the cost of property, plant and equipment here 1,93,400. This is the cost of property, plant and equipment. See, in this session, we are discussing about the four problems. In this session, we are discussing about the four problems. The first one is the Ganesh manufacturers. In this problem, the special different thing is calculation of carrying cost of the equipment. After the next problem is Ganesh Limited. It is a question paper problem. After the eighth problem is the homework problem, Kanchana Traders. And after this, the problem number 9, it is also a question paper previous question paper problem, T Limited.